Now, an update on a big story we've been following all along, vaping. It's a public health menace that preys on young people. The mission statement of the World Vapers Alliance is to amplify the voice of passionate vapers around the world and empower them to make a difference for their communities. Our alliance includes groups representing vapers, our partners, as well as individual vapers from around the world, and it invites them to, you ready? Use vaping to quit smoking, claiming that vaping can save 200 million lives. You might think this campaign would send big tobacco into the war room, but they are already there. The Daily Beast reports that, according to sources and internal documents, British American Tobacco, parent company of U.S.-based R.J. Reynolds, has played a central and hands-on role in orchestrating, directing, and funding the World Vapers Alliance, which is advertising on Facebook. So why would a corporate giant like British American Tobacco that sells cigarettes fund a quit smoking campaign? Same reason Juul was running full-page ads in the Wall Street Journal. They're into vaping too, and they seek to influence government regulation of vaping flavors and health warnings. If you think you're better off vaping than smoking, hear out Michael DeLeon, founder of SteeredStraight.org, a nonprofit group advising young people on the consequences of bad decisions.
Vaping is very harmful. It can alter nerve cell function, which is one aspect of it in the teen development, in the brain and in the body. Each Juul pod, they say, is equal to 200 cigarette puffs. It's like smoking a pack a day. In reality, it's a lot higher than that. But the source of that figure is Juul Labs. So even the head of the American Cancer Society is out saying 1 Juul pod is equal to 1 pack. But it's far higher than that because Juuls don't use nicotine. Juuls use nicotine salts, and I'll explain that. Vaping lowers the body's ability to fight infections, so our immune system is depleted with these devices. The chemicals in the vape smoke causes popcorn lung. Diacetyl is one of the main chemicals with flavoring and other bronchial problems, COPD, CLRD, acute respiratory distress syndrome. Metal particles and metal traces can be deadly, and most of these devices are made in China. And China puts lead in absolutely every metal that they manufacture, so there's no strict guidelines as these products come into America, no regulation whatsoever. Vapes also have formaldehyde, embalming fluid, which is formaldehyde, propylene glycol, vegetable glycerine, vitamin E acetate, diacetyl. None of these chemicals have been tested, heated up into an aerosol. There's zero regulation and oversight of these chemicals. Pneumonia is something that's really not being considered a lot. You're at a much higher risk of pneumonia with these devices as you poison the respiratory system. And then early studies link a much higher association to depression. And we're not going to see that for a long time, the actual numbers, because the pharmaceutical industry, psychiatrists, really have been focusing on that higher depression numbers in all these kids that are using these devices.
Hey, it's never too late for a New Year's resolution. So if you don't smoke or vape, don't start. And if you do, quit. And don't expect it to be easy.